Hi, welcome to the channel. My name's Lisa and this is Beyond Authentic Health, where we go beyond the I'm fine to talk authentically about our health. I just wanted to do an update on post-corona, post-COVID, how both Rufus and I are doing, how the fibro is affecting me, where I am with that, where I am with the weight loss, and also touch on my mental health and touch on something that's really been annoying me recently, especially in lockdown, and that is my hair. So I advise you to grab a coffee, grab some snacks and settle in, because this is going to be a long one. So let's get into it. Today I wanted to first of all apologise. You can hear my washing machine in the background. I know, but I've got to do this when I can do it for the reasons that are going to be clear in this video. So I was on a live stream on... No, I wasn't. I was in my Instagram chat with the mod squad, my Spanish squad over from the Beyond Authentic channel. So that's the Beauty and Witchy channel. And basically we were talking about a live stream that I'd done on Sunday and how my health was bad and how my fibro has been playing up and everything else. And I said to them on there, I said, you know, maybe I should make a video about this. And they all agreed, and they were like, yes, actually, that sounds like a really good idea. Yes, we need to know more. And so I thought, actually, it's what I'm going to do at some point. So that was probably maybe yesterday or Friday, and I think it was yesterday when we had that conversation. As I'm filming this, it's Sunday morning. And then this morning I've woken up and my fibro is doing what my fibro does. So I thought, you know what? I've got a couple of things I need to do this morning and a couple of things I need to get done. Why not make this video as I'm doing these things? So we are 99% certain that I have fibromyalgia. Now, the reason I'm saying 99% certain is because for the first 3-4 years of being poorly, they thought I had MS. So we went down that route and I had CT scans and MRIs and all sorts of things that they went down the road of. Initially it was my hormones, because obviously I'm trans, so everything's my hormones. It wasn't my hormones. Then it was my diabetes, because I'm diabetic, everything's my sugar levels. It wasn't my sugar levels. So basically they were like, right, it must be MS, because that's how it was presenting. And so that was where we went down. And both my aunts had MS, so there's a very strong familial link there. Turns out wasn't MS, but what the MS sort of professional said, right, she said, you've got all these symptoms. She said, it's not MS, it's likely fibro. And so now we're waiting on the fibro clinic, and then COVID hit. So if you don't know, both back a year ago, actually, both me and Rufus got ill with COVID. We were both poorly for about 5 weeks. It hit both of us really, really badly. We had all of the symptoms, every symptom, like even ones we didn't know were COVID symptoms at the time. We recovered, but it left us with long COVID. So for me, it triggered the fibro, as we believe it to be, into the next stage. So before COVID, I would have days where my hands were like flippers. So sort of it would feel like I couldn't do up buttons very easily, or zips, or I couldn't grab something. I'd go to pick something up and it would just feel like almost like you're wearing thick rubber gloves. So I couldn't pick anything up. I was starting to have brain fog, which is just like, what did you say? Sorry, why am I here? And that is basically what it was. With sort of, I always used to say that I had words deleted out of my brain. So I'd be out to say something and then it'd be right on the tip of my, on the tip of my, whatever that is. And it would literally be like the word tongue was just deleted, and I would be about to say it in a sentence, and just as I get to it, delete, and I'm like, and that was really weird. But they were fairly mild. But what I did used to have is, like, when we'd go and do events and things, in the car on the way home, I would pass out. And I would get so tired, I would just sort of nod off, and it would just then be, I'd be asleep for the entire journey home, which I sometimes was able to kind of put off. So I could wind the window down, drink a drink, and actually kind of jolt myself awake and keep myself awake and kind of put music on and all of that and keep my brain ticking really, really, really fast until I got home. Because I used to think it was quite bad that, you know, Rufus had to drive home alone, effectively drive home alone from an event that we'd been to or something. But then COVID hit, and we'll do a video about Rufus's problems and how his health has been destroyed with long COVID, and how he's now on a CPAP machine and, you know, massive steroid inhalers and all of this stuff, and how that's affecting him. We'll do all of that on another video. But for me, it impacted my fibro, and basically it meant that instead of having, you know, maybe 3 or 4 days where my fibro was bad, and then a few days where, you know, I'd be able to do up my jeans button quite easily, it meant instead of being at that point, it's now 7 days a week where my hands just feel like they're not mine. Does that make sense? It feels like they're in cotton wool gloves. So like everything is like, just like my senses, my touch in my fingers doesn't quite work as well as it did. So yeah, flipper hands, it's really annoying. So, you know, I don't sleep very well. I'll wake up 3 or 4 times in the night now on average. When I do go to sleep, I have to have a cushion between my legs, because if the joints of my knees just touch, you know, like when you have one leg, you're lying on your side and one leg kind of touches the other, then it's like somebody taking a sledgehammer to my kneecaps. So painful. I have sort of non-distinct pain, non-localized pain. So basically my entire skeleton aches, and it feels like if you've ever had flu, where you've been really, really, really achy and fluey and just like everything hurts. It's like that, but there's no getting better. And it's constant, and that's on top of my back issues that I've had for a few years, and various other health sort of issues that I've just got on with, and that's been fairly new. But also the fatigue, where I am constantly tired, like 24/7 tired. I always feel like I'm at the end of a work day. So I could just get up, like literally make a coffee, go and stand in the garden, and I'm like, whew, bit knackered now. And I've not done anything. It's just constant fatigue. So I wake up and I'm tired, I go to bed and I'm tired all the way through. And now the latest wrinkle that we're having is that I crash. Now, I said earlier about crashing in the car. I don't mean crashing the car, but like passing out. It used to be something I could feel coming on and to a large extent control. Whereas now, it's just, there we go. I'm like, oh, I'm going, gone. And I'll be unconscious for 4 hours. And it's really quite annoying and very scary, to be honest. What we have worked out recently is that it tends to happen more after I've had a big meal. So when we have dinner at night, that's when it tends to be, oh, I've eaten dinner, gonk. Sort of 5 minutes later, I'll be passing out. So I'm having to now readjust timescales for things so that I can actually do my everyday life. So I obviously am a moderator over on Kirsty's channel on Making It Up on the Friday Night Natter, and I've got a regular Sunday evening live stream as well. Now on both those, like Kirsty's is 8 o'clock, the Sunday Night Live, the Self-Care Sunday is now at 7 p.m. So I can't eat before that. I need to eat after those 2 live streams. Otherwise, I'll have what happened recently on one of Kirsty's live streams, which is literally halfway through the live stream, about 9 o'clock, because I had just eaten dinner and I was eating dinner as the live stream was happening. I finished dinner about 8:30. About 8:45, I was passed out on Rufus's arm, slumped on the sofa, like a corpse, basically. And then woke up at sort of 25 past 12, kind of going, oh, where am I? Why is the live not on? What's happened? Because in my head, I just blinked. That's literally what it's like. So yeah, so all of that is going on at the moment, health-wise. My mental health has been up and down. To be honest with you, my mental health has been up and down for years. It's why I take citalopram, I take antidepressants, and I freely admit that and freely talk about it with no shame, no nothing, because I think it's my gallbladder, no, my pancreas affects my diabetes. That's the insulin producer. So I take a tablet that helps that. So I've got an organ of my body that doesn't quite work the same as anybody else's, and so I take a tablet that helps regulate it. I also have a brain that doesn't work exactly the same as everybody else's, so I take a tablet to regulate it, and it regulates the serotonin, which keeps me on a fairly level playing field. Obviously with Corona, on this channel, you followed our Slimming World journey. I put weight on. Now, I have an eating disorder. I've talked about that in the past. So I suffer very badly from binge eating disorder, and it has, over COVID, it was kind of a little bit out of control. We were aware of it. Both me and Rufus put weight on, but also we weren't able to go to the gym. We were aching, all of the above. So yeah, so that's kind of a snapshot really of where I am health-wise. We've also had the worst migraines since having COVID. We also take a tablet there called sumatriptan, which is a super painkiller for migraines, and that does actually work. That does knock it on the head. But that's got counterindications with the other medication I'm on. So yeah, so health-wise, there's a lot going on. And through that year of COVID, I've still made videos on this channel every week. I've still made videos on the beauty channel, I should say, on Beyond Authentic. I made videos on that every week. We are going to be coming back to filming more of the diet plan stuff for this channel, but I wanted to open it up, which is why it's now, you know, living with long COVID, because both of us have been affected, and it really does affect us in different ways, and some quite similar ways as well. And I wanted to open up the discussion really on the channel, because a lot of people are just like, you know, you get COVID, you get over it, you're fine. Not us. We're a year on. Literally, we got ill on the 8th of March 2020, and as I'm filming this, I think it's like the 19th or as I'm filming this, it's the 21st of March 2021. So we're talking a year and what, 2 weeks, and we are still struggling, really struggling at times. You know, so that has impacts on cooking and all of that. It has impacts on filming. So yeah, so I guess that's the kind of snapshot. Now this, I might edit this down a little bit shorter, but that is taking me like best part of what, nearly 18 minutes to tell you all what has happened health wise. So I might just leave it all in. This might just be a long video. Apologies if it's a super long video. So then that brings me to today, and why am I making this video now? What is going on? So as many of you know, I'm pagan. You know, you've seen the tattoos, and you know, if you follow me on the other channel as well, the Beyond Authentic, that's all about beauty, but it's also all about witchcraft stuff now. I'm starting to come out of the broom closet, as they say, and to discuss that over there. So my paganism, my beliefs, you know, I do a tarot session on a Sunday. So all of that is going on over on that channel. So yesterday was the spring equinox. So yesterday was the first day of spring technically, and the day where the day and the night are of equal lengths. So it's a phenomenal day. So today is technically the first full day of spring, where when you wake up, you know, it is now longer during the day than it is overnight. Only by, you know, seconds, but it is technically longer. And it's always a weird time for me, because this feels like my new year. You know what I mean? So you look out in the garden, and I've got a blueberry plant that is starting to bud. I've got a prunus that is blossoming. I've got a pyrocanthus, which is a spiky plant. That's going through a growth spurt. I've just put in some new lavender, oregano, some thyme, some lemon thyme, some mint. All of that's gone in the garden this week, as well as just some lovely flowers. So they've all gone into their pots. So yeah, all of that has been really exciting, and it feels very much like New Year's. So I wanted to today, as well as doing the washing, because you know, you get up and do the things that you can do when you can do them. I also wanted to do my hair. Not only is my hair grown, but my hair has, you know, I don't know whether you can see, look at the roots. You can see there's like some pink there from about that far down. There's some grey. Obviously the alopecia is running rampant because stress. But yeah, so I basically decided that I'm going to dye my hair. If you do want more like hair repair type stuff, put that in the comments. Like, if you want that video, do leave me a comment, because I think that's more on sort of this side. Although it's classed technically as beauty, it's trying to deal with the alopecia, sort of scalp scrubs, trying to see where any of those work, microdermabrasion on my scalp, all of that. I'm going to be going through a journey in the next few months trying to get ready for unicorn hair. So that's a very long 22-minute way of saying I'm going to dye my hair in this video. So I've got the Derma V10, I don't know where this came from, Salon Fashion hair colour. It's a long-lasting natural colour, it says, enriched with aloe vera and jojoba oil. It's vegan and it is in the shade Natural Dark Brown. This is going to be the journey today, and because I woke up quite early because I couldn't sleep very well, and I needed to get some jobs done, I thought, right, that's the dog having a drink. LV, Ruby, sorry, there you go, wrong one, I'm sorry, darling. So yeah, basically I thought, right, get the washing in, sit down, give myself half an hour with a coffee to kind of rebuild my energy from having from putting the washing in. Do you want to come and say hello? Do you want to say hello? Can you say hello? You like being up in the mornings, don't you? Yes, you do. Oh, and here's the daughter being jealous. Hello. Hello, jealous bum. Hello. Hello. Hi. Good girls. So yeah, I thought I'll spend half an hour getting having a cuppa and just chilling out, and I thought I'll do the intro to this video, which has turned out a lot longer than I thought. But anyway, this is going to be a long vlog. I'm going to be doing my hair. For you, it'll be immediately. For me, it's after I've had my coffee. See you in a sec. So if you don't know, most of these come with a developer and a colour cream, and you basically put that into that and give it a good old shake. Like so. And then that should now be mixed and ready to go. You'll notice I've only got one glove on because I like to have one hand kind of clear to be able to squeeze the bottle, and this one is for the hair dye. So just making sure that I've got it everywhere. I mean, I've been dyeing my hair since I was 16. That's nearly, what? That's nearly 20 years now. It's a long time, isn't it? Of course, this is the bit that everybody wants to do when they've just coloured their hair. You've got to empty 4, 5, I think I'm on 5 buckets now of water down the toilet because the drain in the wet room doesn't want to drain. Okay, so that turned out to be 7 full buckets of water that I mopped up using the mopping bucket after a shower, after having to do my hair, because obviously it takes a while to wash everything out. So I'm exhausted now. So that took far more spoons than I was prepared for. So a bit tired, and literally all I've done today is get up, have a coffee, film with you guys, and then do my hair. So I'm having an energy drink. This is not a good way of resolving the issue when you are so tired, because you can get all sorts of issues that happen in terms of with caffeine, and it affects me quite badly. But you know, it's a case of have caffeine and be able to function, or don't have caffeine and crash. So we're having some caffeine, and then I am just going to blow dry my hair. I don't normally, but I'm just in that way out today. I'm thinking, well, sod it, let's just blow dry it, shall we? Just saying, I've got to say already, with all that conditioner and hair balm, hair mask and stuff in place, my hair does feel a hell of a lot better. So yeah, bit of work, but it was worth doing. Oh, it's almost dry. Yeah, that's almost dry. There we go. But yeah, there we go. So then, I'm going to do my face, and I will see you on the other side. So there you go, that is the face finished, and now I'm heading to the shops. Okay, so we are back from shopping. We went to Aldi and we went to Heron and got a few bits. I've put the shopping away, and to be honest, I am absolutely knackered. So I'm just eating some ham. I've got a Diet Coke with vanilla, and I'm just going to have that and then go and sit in the back room in a second and start setting up for tonight's live stream. Slightly different format tonight. which we're trialing. So yeah, that should be good. So I'm going to go and set all of that up in just a second. But I've got to say, I am absolutely flagging now. I'm going to grab an energy drink and make sure I've got that in the back room as well. But yeah, it's been a busy day, even though literally all we've done is go shopping, put shopping away, and then all I've done is film earlier and put my face on. And oh yeah, I did do my hair. That's probably why I'm knackered, because I did my hair, and then as you saw, it took a lot out of me emptying out the bloody the water from the wet room. So yeah, that was interesting.
Your highlights have gone.
My highlights have gone. My highlights that grow from the roots in that lovely sort of white colour. Yeah, they've gone. Those silver highlights, I know, right? You can't see what I'm doing. You can't see what I'm doing. Oh, he looked. Hello. So, I crashed. I had dinner, did my live stream, really good live stream, really good live stream. If you want to see what we do on the tarot hour and in general, I'll put a link in the description box. Oh god, but that was really busy. And then I was sat watching the H3H3 Frenemies podcast, and then I just woke up, which is why my hair is looking like this, because literally I woke up and it did that. So I crashed out. And say again? Oh, Rufus ended up putting the bins out. So yeah, it is now 10 to 3 in the morning. So I'm going to bed. So that is kind of a day in my life, really. Is that right? 10 to 3? Jesus. No, I'm filming my outro. So that is it. I think I was asleep for about 4 hours. That tends to be what happens when I crash, when I am knackered. But yeah. You what? All systems shut down. All systems shut down, yeah. So there you go. That is kind of a good indication of what happens with my fibro on a kind of daily basis. So now I've woken up, my hands are absolutely next to useless. They feel extremely cold. So there's a possibility of Raynaud's or whatever it's called, because my hands are like blocks of ice. The rest of me is quite normal temperature, but my hands are absolutely frozen. But yeah, there you go. That is kind of a full day in the life of, really, on a Sunday, of me with my fibro and how it affects me and everything. Don't forget, please do check out Beyond Authentic. That is the Beauty and Witchy channel. And I'll put a link to that down in the description box. But thank you so much for being with me today on this rather long but hopefully interesting vlog. As you can see now, when I have crashed, my brain is not fully functioning when I wake up. And so even trying to do a sign off is really, really difficult. And I can't even fully think of what I'm saying. Does that make sense? And the exhaustion is real. So I am going to go off to bed now. So thanks ever so much for watching, everyone. Don't forget, please do check out Beyond Authentic, the Beauty and Witchy channel. Yeah, do all the things. Thank you. Do all the things. Thumbs the uppies, the subscribies and all of that. And I will see you all very, very soon. Yeah, happy slimming.